You in the heart of Malaysia's Borneo rainforest, where legends and mystique intertwine. The journey of survival demands not only skill and courage, but also opens up a wild world full of allure and challenges. Borneo, with its pristine beauty and diverse ecosystem, is one of the few forests in the world that has retained its original character. To survive in this forest, one must prepare thoroughly and equip themselves with the necessary skills. The first thing to remember when stepping into the Borneo forest is to always pay attention to the surrounding environment. This forest is not only teeming with wildlife, but also harbors many types of poisonous plants. Recognizing and avoiding toxic flora is crucial. One essential skill for survival in the Borneo forest is the ability to find and filter water. Clean water is a vital resource, and in this wilderness, locating a safe water source is not always easy. You can search for water in small streams or collect rainwater using large leaves to create a trough. Once you have water, make sure to filter it before drinking to avoid contamination. Food is the next factor you need to consider. In the Borneo forest, there are many types of wild fruits and edible mushrooms, but there are also many that can be life-threatening. Therefore, learning to identify and select safe food is very important. Additionally, hunting and fishing are useful skills that can help you obtain supplementary food sources. As night falls, it is necessary to build a safe and comfortable shelter. The Borneo forest, with its tropical climate, often experiences heavy rain and high humidity, so choosing a high and dry location, away from large trees that could fall and wild animals, is crucial.
Borneo Yuning, no food, no Tinder. I don't even have clothes, shoes, a person, a camera. Will record the 12 billion I am in Borneo Yuning. Dinner is you. I'm on my way to Borneo. Yuning is located on an equatorial island in the middle of the Malay archipelago in the western Pacific Ocean, where Yuning covers an area of millions of square kilometers, and the diversity of life in Yuning makes this wilderness survival full of location and danger. I will enter Yuning alone without any food, fire, and outdoor tools. Survive in Yuning for 12 days with only your hands. Okay? Now they've gone back. I'm the only one left here. I'm already in the Borneo town Yuning annexation. This is the real wilderness. It's so beautiful. I also collected 2 bottles on the fishing boat. Don't underestimate it. In addition to these shooting equipment and power supply equipment, there are also 2 air and water bottles. I didn't bring anything including clothes and shoes. The only thing I brought was this big fat body. I'm afraid I have to quickly find a place with a big silver. There is a condition to shelter from the warmth, that is to have water to drink. The water in this river is too dirty to drink, and I don't want to end my challenge early, and I go down this river, and there are a lot of small ditches that will come into this big river, and that's really the source of water that I can drink. Walking barefoot in the jungle is not an easy task, and there are a lot of economical and thorny plants in the jungle, and I have to be extra careful not to step on prison objects or scratch my body. It's getting late, and I'm going to have to hurry, and if I don't find water, I'll soon be dehydrated. The sweltering heat of the rain is rapidly evaporating the water from my body, so I have to hurry. There is a deeper ditch here. I think there should be water, and the water usually gathers in this deep ditch, which is too blocked, and the water is in front of it, and there is a light and prosperous stream, which is really what I wanted. And I came, and the rain, and the small stream, although it was very clear, and the place around it was that there were a lot of leaves on the rotten tree, but it was much better than the muddy ditch outside, and it was much better than the muddy ditch outside. Oh, wow, it's awesome actually. This kind of water you look very clean, but don't drink it like this. I can't help it. It looks very clear. Actual bacteria. There are a lot of microorganisms. This place is used as a place to live, but it must not be above this river window regardless of the heavy rain. It seems to be a calm stream. It may become a place where torrents gather. There is a place on top of this that is very flat. Then my hand is here. This is this place. This place should be flat. Deep ditch. It is convenient to use water. Why is it so hard? It's dark. This shed is not good, can only be cleared out of a piece of ground, but it's okay. It's not the rainy season and the ground is still very dry. You can spend the night. Wow, it's a thorn. Just now I said it's a pillow in a kind of tourist store. It's a pillow. It's good to stay for one night. It's actually pretty good now. It's not rain. You see the ground is still quite dry. Ah, bugger, I was bitten by something. So 22. Oops, I'll take a look at what this thing is. Where did so many big ants come from? But it's good that this ant is not particularly aggressive. I hope I can get up tomorrow morning and it will be fine, but I can be regarded as staying up until dawn. It's really bad. I was last night. The ants have been crawling in the first half of the night, crawling around and can't sleep, and in the second half of the night, there are fewer ants. But this temperature is down again and it can't move. I didn't expect this ant to be so big. There are so many birds here, and there is one thing that makes me particularly happy, that is, there are no ants, and you may find it hard to imagine. In such a primitive petting, there will be no mosquitoes. There are a little bit of special small ones, and then they rarely bite and don't hurt. I think it has something to do with this season. It's the time of Han nationality. It's very dry around. This mosquito is not so easy to breed. It's just that you tortured me all night. Today's goal is to take out the fire in the big shed. My survival infrastructure is there. I didn't carry a knife with me when I entered the jungle this time, but as a person who is often in the jungle, it is not very difficult to build a shelter with my bare hands. Use the surrounding small trees to lay a good frame and then use the leaves to cover the top. It should be noted that we have to cover from the bottom to the top. This waterproof effect is the best. The cover is quite thick. Although it is now Han, it does not mean that there is no rain. It just says that there is less rain and it is not so big. I have been busy for most of the day. People have no strength. I haven't eaten for more than a day. I teach it well. Just cover it and it rains. God will test you. The time has come. I thought that the shed would be better to find something to eat. He actually gave me rain to reduce consumption. Wait for the rain to stop and go out to find something to eat. Don't worry, he won't rain for long, and it won't rain much. Thank you for watching. My only pair of liver pants. I have to put it up. I don't take you to play like this. What kind of canopy do I have to do to stop you from this rain? It's small. It's my canopy. It's my canopy. The rainproof effect is quite good, but I can't squeeze it. Such a heavy rain. My body is over. Take a shower to dry. Be comfortable. And I feel hotter after the rain. And I obviously see this little Tibetan water, but it doesn't grow much. I want to catch some small fish in this river to eat and replenish the body with calories. They're all hiding under these leaves, and I thought of a good way to catch it, and it's still swimming, and there's another one, and it's not bad. It's bitter. It's too bitter, and I think this has to be dealt with. It's too bitter. It's really too bitter. I can't wait. Give it a meal. It's much better to eat it this way. I made up 3 more, and the taste of raw fish is not as good as cooked. Well, but in this case, I think it's not bad to have this fish to eat. After all, it can save my life. Tonight is another night in southern Europe, and it's cold in the second half of the night. Plus today it's raining so hard that it's going to be a little colder in the middle of the night. Now it's like this. I can't even make a fire. It's wet everywhere. Just look at tomorrow. If I don't catch a cold or fever tomorrow, then I can continue, and I believe that my resistance should be fine. The sun is out, and the weather is improving, which is undoubtedly good news for me. With the sun, this forest will dry out, and I can finally start my fire. I need to gather some materials for living. In this environment, Wood is the only option, so I can only use wood for fire. In this forest, what's that? There are animals, probably monkeys or something. Never mind, I'll ignore them. My main task now is to find some dry wood in this forest. Standing dead trees like this have less contact with rainwater, so they're relatively dry. Because it rained heavily yesterday, to increase the success rate of survival, the collected firewood needs to be dried before use. I'll also take the opportunity to recharge my filming equipment. The firewood for fire starting is drying well, but fire tinder certainly can't be dried like that. With such a strong sun, and since this wood doesn't have stones, it'll dry quickly. The pebbles on the riverbed are natural cutting materials. I just need to break them open to get 2 smooth stone pieces which can be used to make holes in wood for fire starting and also to cut meat. After drying the wood for 3 or 4 hours, it's dry enough to start a fire. After drying the wood for 3 or 4 hours, I can also get 2 smooth stone pieces, which can also be used to get 2 smooth stone pieces. No, it's too hot. I haven't used wood to start a fire for too long, and I don't have calluses, so my hands are peeling. If I just persevere a bit longer, it'll catch fire. But I can't persevere. No, I can't do it. My hands are burning. It feels like the skin has been peeled off. If I take off this trouser belt and make a bow drill, it should work. Maybe I'm too confident in my abilities. Hand drill fire starting failed. My hands got burned first. I should have thought of using a bow drill earlier. With a trouser belt for a string and dry wood, fire starting becomes much easier. I finally have my fire. This means my next. The sun is out, and the weather is improving, which is undoubtedly good news for me. With the sun, this forest will dry out, and I can finally start my fire. I need to gather some materials for living. In this environment, wood is the only option, so I can only use wood for fire. In this forest, what's that? There are animals, probably monkeys or something. Never mind, I'll ignore them. My main task now is to find some dry wood in this forest. Standing dead trees like this have less contact with rainwater, so they're relatively dry. Because it rained heavily yesterday, to increase the success rate of survival, the collected firewood needs to be dried before use. I'll also take the opportunity to recharge my filming equipment. The firewood for fire starting is drying well, but fire tinder certainly can't be dried like that. With such a strong sun, and since this wood doesn't have stones, it'll dry quickly. The pebbles on the riverbed are natural cutting materials. I just need to break them open to get 2 smooth stone pieces which can be used to make holes in wood for fire starting and also to cut meat. After drying the wood for 3 or 4 hours, it's dry enough to start a fire. After drying the wood for 3 or 4 hours, I can also get 2 smooth stone pieces, which can also be used to get 2 smooth stone pieces. No, it's too hot. I haven't used wood to start a fire for too long, and I don't have calluses, so my hands are peeling. If I just persevere a bit longer, it'll catch fire. But I can't persevere. No, I can't do it. My hands are burning. It feels like the skin has been peeled off. If I take off this trouser belt and make a bow drill, it should work. Maybe I'm too confident in my abilities. Hand drill fire starting failed. My hands got burned first. I should have thought of using a bow drill earlier. With a trouser belt for a string and dry wood, fire starting becomes much easier. I finally have my fire. This means my next. I don't have to move in the second half of the night. I used the 2 bottles I only had as traps and caught some big ants. As a toddler, I really can't wait to eat the grilled fish. I can leave it for 2 or 3 hours. It should be there. In order to improve the success rate of catching fish, I added some small ingredients to the bottle. These are the best fish. I saw a lot of fish on the beach. As for hope, I saw that the fish kept circling around the bottle. I might go a little further and it would turn in. Just let this bottle sit there quietly. I feel that the fish is still a little timid. I don't dare to go in there. I believe it won't be long before I can eat the fish. Rest for a while, wait to eat the fish, fall asleep. Maybe I'm too tired from the past 2 days. It's hard to relax in bed. can now be this day. Replenishing fish is the best fish trap treasure. There are fish. What strange things are exchanging? A lot of fish, a lot of harvest. Look how clean this fish is. Don't touch it. This clear water fish can finally eat a normal meal. Look at how great this fish is. Plus, bake slowly, you can eat it and grill it. Look at this fish. It's old and fragrant. Wow, Ninu, it's too beautiful. Just this wing is a little dirty. It's so delicious. Finally, it's a cooked meal. It's too fragrant. I don't feel like it's enough to stuff my teeth. We'll go sleep. Well, with this little fire team, I believe I should be very comfortable after work. This is inevitable. How can I have it abroad? I slept so well last night. This is the best night I've slept in the past few days. Replenished calories, and then there is a small fire team next to it. It's really comfortable. What a good breakfast. This rope for pulling steel for fire is useless, and I'm going to use it next to make a hunting device. 2 ropes and 2 traps. Animals have paths, and we just need to put the trap in. You see, here, it's obvious that the animal came out, and this place is a fork in the mountain. This side leads to the outside, and this side leads to another mountain. You see over there, this location is obvious, and we can put the trap in this position, and the critter will trigger when it steps on this pedal. Then its feet will be dropped, and then it will not be able to climb off, and the trap will sit down. Don't forget to disguise. The little animal is not so stupid. I will go to the top of the ditch to see what the situation is and see if there is any unexpected discovery. There are so many fish in this ditch, and when I catch almost the outside, I will catch this. This is not a stable source of food. Suddenly, a frog jumped out, and it is going to hide under this leaf. I will try to see if I can catch it. It is hidden under this leaf. It is not big, but it is all meat. The chicken on the thighs of this thing is very well developed and very delicious. You run like this? Don't run. Don't run, little frog. Hey, I caught another one.
Still very good, and ran a few. This thing has to be taken with a flashlight at night to catch. What a beautiful little frog. I have to say that the rainforest of Borneo is really rich. The little monkey kilometers are full of small fish, and the frogs don't have to worry about food. You can eat. Wow, it's delicious. You see, this is the meat. Well, there's fresh fish. Oh, look at this thigh. Well, after lunch, I'm going to take a shower. It's especially important to keep my body clean in the wild. I don't like dirty. It's very clear, and there are small fish to gnaw on it from time to time. It's awesome. I like to feel like my whole body is white. But my head is still terrible. The oil I secrete sticks to my scalp, and it's very uncomfortable. I have to use shampoo. This is just eating a frog's bones. Good bone fish and ingredients. Good morning. Time flies so fast. It's my 5th day here. I'm doing well. So far, I'm having a stable food source. I think I've lost a little bit of weight. Seeing no, the skinny traps are all empty, not even triggering. It's not so easy to catch things. Eat fish every day. Eat fish every day. There are endless fish in the river. It's a pity that my trap hasn't been harvested yet. I'm going to take another trap to increase the chance of emaciation. Okay, I got a rope, but the one over there is a bit ugly. The thickness is not cloudy. No way, the craft is limited. I'm going to take the trap in this riverbed. It's a trap for fish, birds, pheasants, and the western regions. First of all, we have to use small branches to enclose a circle. The principle of this trap is quite simple. Use a branch to circle up, leave an exit at the exit, take a trap, and then put a young child in it. And you can wait for the prey to take the bait.